August 23rd, and this is what the sky looks like. Everybody's hauling their butt out of here, and I'm going to be right in tow. Bye, pretty house. I love you. I know you won't be here when I get back. I had made the decision that the warehouse where my brother's business was located would be much safer than the homes that we were staying in. And I tried to convince my brother to come with me. So I went over there with my video camera.
Hey, time for a hurricane party.
They were there barbecuing and saying they were having a hurricane party. And I said, look, I said, you're going to die. You're going to die if you stay in this house.
Huh? Think I'm going to pop out this baby during the hurricane?
Oh, God. His attitude was, well, I'm the captain of my ship. Our last meal. And the captain goes down with the ship, you know, making a joke out of it. Well, here's where we're staying to weather the storm. We've got all our supplies right here. So we got in the warehouse, me and my girlfriend, Kathy. We're going to sleep in that truck. About 7:15, we got the first gust of the tropical storm that was the front prior to the hurricane. Hey, hold on to my pants if the wind gets me. I'm serious. And the gust was so severe that they almost knocked the trees over, and that was just a forewarning. You could start to hear the wind howling, and it just got louder and louder and louder and louder. Hey, if we ain't safe in here, we're not going to be safe, period. And you could see the door just being sucked in and out by the wind. It sounded like a poltergeist. So it was just like it was just wanted to come in on us. It just got progressively worse until finally, as I was filming, the power went off. It's now in complete darkness other than a flashlight that I have. So I said, let me go back out here and check the ceiling and the doors, because it sounds like they're going to give.
Oh, no! The door gave way! The door gave way!
Once that door gave, I said, run for the bathroom. And so I shoved my girlfriend into the bathroom first, and I jumped in there, and we locked the door. All of a sudden, it was just like a freight train. It was the worst, god-awful sound.
Oh, God! Please.
The whole bathroom started shaking.
Oh, God, please.
The door was starting to come off the hinges.
Oh, my God, stop. Please. Stop.
We spent 45 minutes buckling that door. We were just pushing for dear life, and we wouldn't let go. It is the most frightening feeling. You can't imagine. You cannot imagine the feeling. Total devastation. At that point, I just broke down in tears, believing that my brother and his wife were already dead, because if this warehouse didn't withstand this kind of pressure, how could those homes have?
What she experienced and what I experienced are just about the same thing. It's probably the scariest thing that anybody could ever go through. It's like a horror film that you probably watch on TV, but you're going through it yourself at that time. I know I was wrong by not going with her, but, you know, we're still standing. That's the main thing.
relax of Andrew as he begins to arrive here on Miami Beach. You can see the palms blowing.
Kerry Sanders and I, we basically had free reign from the station to go out and try to find the first signs of the hurricane, the wind, the high seas, and this sort of thing.
You can see the sand. It's almost like a blizzard, a snowstorm of sand. The sand is like shooting like a sandblaster. It sounded like it was just taking the paint off the car, and this was early. The storm hadn't even hit yet. It was just blowing, and that sand was picking up and just hitting. And here you can see the wind is really picking up. In fact, the car is rocking back and forth, and I'm sure that's evident in the picture. The white flag's blowing.
We took as much video as we possibly could on Miami Beach to give viewers the feel of what it is like to feel these winds and to let them know it's coming, okay? It is coming here now, and you need to prepare yourself.
Well, here you can see the water's just whipping up, the wind is whipping up, the surf is just coming right across the front of our car. We went down the street and opened up the window occasionally, and you could hear things tumbling by, and we're snaking our way very slowly, trying to get some shots. The wind's really picking up. I'm afraid that something may come flying by and come through the window and smack right into us. So we figured, okay, we better get out of that situation.
As we're driving along, the winds are clearly picking up. I mean, we're talking 120, 130 mile an hour winds. Tree branches are being blown all over. Street signs are blowing all over. Kerry is driving at the time, and I'm trying to shoot video. Don't stop. Nothing's worth stopping for.
Maybe someone.
Careful, careful, careful! Come on, damn it! Watch what you're doing.
Steve is encouraging me to please keep my eyes open. I'm not a very good driver, and so I'm not doing the best job. And Steve's looking out not only to shoot the video, but he's looking out for my abilities to drive in a very, very hairy situation.
Careful, 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 careful! Are you really that bad at night vision? Apparently. It becomes evident that Kerry's having difficulty driving. He's a heck of a reporter in my eyes, but he's probably one of the lousiest drivers I've ever seen. Damn it, Kerry, you're going to get us killed here. It became so much a concern of mine that I decided to drive the car. Stop. Just stop. Stop it right now. You are too going to. You see the power line? I handed him the video camera, and I said, you just do whatever you want with the camera. And at that point, I'm trying to get us to safe harbor. Every time we would make a turn, there was something blocking our way, a down tree, a down line. We turn around, we take another turn again. Something was in our way, something was blocking our exit. We may be into something here worse than what we thought.
We ran smack dab into a huge tree that had just crashed across the road, and we could not pass. So we figured, let's turn around and come back on the wrong side of the road. There's the tree that was blocking our entire passage on the other side. It's completely fallen across. Luckily, we're able to come over on this side to get across, and we're just going to go ahead and get around it. We're heading down, and you can feel the car being pushed down the road from these winds. The tree limbs are going by, the electrical lines are coming by, and finally an interstate sign or something comes flying by.
Holy! We got to get out of here. We got to get out. Okay. At this time, common sense says, okay, folks, this is enough. This is when you stop being a journalist and having to get that story out to people and saying, first thing I got to do here is save my own life. Kerry suggests that we park under Metro Rail, which is an elevated platform of concrete and concrete pillars.
Right now I'm laying on the floor of the car. That's the reason I'm sort of sideways here in the picture. I'm laying there underneath the glove box, basically explaining to the viewers what we're going through and what's happening at the moment that the hurricane is hitting almost with its full force.
The reason we stopped here is there is just too much debris flying down the road, signs flying down the road. There are wires all over the place, and so we're going to be riding the storm out where we are right now.
The sun is beginning to come up. We're beginning to get our first glimpses now of the damage all around us. Things are just gone. Buildings are gone, roofs are gone, signs are gone. We're not exactly sure where we are because some of the street signs are now missing. And we got out of the car, and a family came out of their home, and they were very frightened, and they came up to me and they said, "Is the storm over, or is this the eye?" And we gave them the news that the storm was over and they had survived it, and they were just thrilled to have survived it, as I guess we were.
Hopefully this house is going to stay together. I'm praying to God it does. Somewhere out there, that's where Andrew is.
When I got home from work, I picked up the video camera and decided to document it, just for the purpose of, for the family and friends, and to show the baby when the baby was born and old enough eventually.
We are right there, right direct line of the eye.
Of course, we were concerned because Tanya is 5 months pregnant.
It's just about 4 o'clock, and we've officially lost power.
And she was very upset that I was doing the video. But in my mind, this was my way of trying to keep myself calm, and also to show her that I wasn't getting upset, that I was also calm, hoping it would keep her, in a stable state.
I wanted to kill him. I was telling him all the time, "Please, I'm scared, don't do it. Why are you doing this?" And he said, "Honey, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. I'm doing this because the baby is going to see what the hurricane is, in the future, how it looks like."
About 4:30, the winds really started howling and really started coming in. And you could actually see the blue flashing lights that are being caused by the transformers on the electrical poles exploding.
We're getting some real heavy gusts. Right now we're sustaining probably about 140 mile-an-hour winds. We're losing the tiles off the top of the roof. We are losing the tiles off the top of the roof.
You could actually hear them ripping off the roof and then tumbling down and crashing outside on the patio.
Time to get to the safe room.
And that's when I first realized that this was very serious.
Tell you what, folks, this is scary as hell.
When I started to see him scared, that's when I said, "Oh my God, my baby. I'm not going to hug him. I'm not going to be able to tell him how much we love him."
So scary. This is scary.
At this point is when the eye wall had basically came upon us. The sounds and the things that we had heard was just incredible. The crashing and the wind sounds and everything was happening. We heard everything hitting the house and the inside of the house being torn apart. We thought that we'd be gone. We didn't think that we'd come through this. We both turned to each other and we actually said, whatever happens, I'll always love you, and we'll always be there for each other.
And we kissed each other and we said goodbye, because we thought that was the end of everything.
Hey, relax, baby. Everything's gonna be okay.
Probably around 6:30 in the morning, the crashing and all the sounds that we'd heard all through the evening had pretty much stopped.
We think that at this time in the morning, the worst part is gone. We're gonna be just fine. But we still haven't.
At that point, we could actually look up into the ceiling and see the light coming up, and we knew that it was definitely daylight, and it was a big relief.
Well, here we are. It's 7:50, almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Total devastation. We're all in shock. It hasn't hit us yet.
It was just incredible to see the house destroyed the way it was. The feeling is indescribable. It really is.
This was our living room.
When we went around the side of the house and we actually looked down what used to be our street, it was just an overwhelming feeling of destruction.
This is right down the block from the house.
The cars flipped over on top of each other that looked like they were just tossed like little toys.
Figure this one out.
It was just incredible to see the neighborhood in that condition. And we just said, how did we make it through this?
Some of the destruction caused by Mr. Andrew.
It's just unbelievable that in 1 hour and a half, something can make all that kind of destruction. And I tell you that 1 hour and a half change our lives forever.
Here's our little sign to Andrew there.
Home videos like the one shot during Hurricane Andrew are extraordinary to watch. And as we tell you each week, we'd like to hear from you if you've been a video eyewitness to such an event. But we'd also like to add a word of caution and common sense.